Hi, my name is Ben and you're watching Batarang to the Butt, and in this video I want to tell you all about Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness is a witch from Marvel Comics. She is old enough to have lived at least 500 years before Atlantis sank to the bottom of the sea, and she is one of the survivors of the Salem witch trials. Controversially, Agatha actually approved of the trials, believing them necessary for the magical people to grow stronger. She often travelled with her familiar, called Ebony, who was a magical cat companion with the ability to turn into a ferocious panther. However, in a recent Vision comic, it was revealed that she sacrificed Ebony at some point to gain precognitive powers. Once upon a time, Agatha had been the leader of New Salem in Colorado, a secret colony of witches, but she left them to travel the world, eventually settling down on Whisper Hill. But now, let's take it back to the start. Agatha's first comic book appearance was in Fantastic Four issue 94 in 1970. She was first introduced as the new nanny of Franklin Richards, the son of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. As I'm sure you're aware, the Fantastic Four are always going on crazy, dangerous missions, and so they often required a babysitter. Agatha lives in a rather spooky house on Whisper Hill, and she generally gives off creepy vibes, but she is keen to help the Fantastic Four after having read about their exploits, and she proves herself to be worthy of the job when she easily fends off the Frightful Four, protecting Franklin when the Fantastic Four had been defeated. And so she essentially became a support character for the Fantastic Four comics, until Avengers issue 128, when she decided that she is ready to move on from the employment of the Fantastic Four. But she isn't done with the world of superheroes just yet. Next up, she turns her attention to Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. It is mentioned that Wanda's superhero name is more poetry than truth, and that is because Wanda, at this stage, isn't a true witch. I guess she just thought it sounded cool. Wanda has some impressive magical abilities, but she had been looking to learn more about them recently. As the Scarlet Witch, she would use her hex powers to disrupt probabilities. However, she had the power and the potential for much, much more. And Agatha seemed like the woman to teach her. And so she went from being a Fantastic Four backup character to an Avengers/Scarlet Witch backup character. Agatha appears pretty sporadically throughout Marvel history, never being the centre of attention for too long. On several occasions she's been pitted against her own son, a sorcerer called Nicholas Scratch, and the Salem Seven, who turn out to be his children, and therefore Agatha's grandchildren. On one such occasion they captured Agatha and burnt her at the stake, killing her, for now. Pretty hectic stuff, right? Well, this meant that Agatha's magical energy was now released into the world, and in fact it was this energy that eventually helps the Scarlet Witch to become pregnant. Her husband was Vision, the android, and so the pregnancy was not a standard one. Magical witch energy helped a lot. Wanda successfully has 2 happy, healthy twin boys, and everything seems fine and normal until Agatha shows up again. Somehow, through witchcraft and sorcery, Agatha had come back to life, and she quickly confronted the Scarlet Witch about her twins. But to make a long story short, the kids aren't real, and ultimately, they're lost to Mephisto. In the aftermath, Agatha opts to wipe Wanda's memories of them. Wanda's fellow Avengers aren't exactly happy with this conclusion, but Agatha assures them that the kids are gone, and this is what's best for Wanda. Look, this is a whole thing, but I go into more detail of this story in another video that I've made, so be sure to check that one out if you're curious. I'll leave a link down in the comments below. Anyway, during the Avengers Disassembled storyline decades later, the Scarlet Witch eventually discovered what Agatha had done and ended up killing her. So yeah, Agatha was killed again, this time by her own apprentice. Her most recent appearance was in 2015's Scarlet Witch solo series, in which she appeared as a disembodied ghost. In this series, she and Wanda team up once again to investigate the recent disturbances in magic. The series ends with Agatha being given life again, and the 2 witches acknowledge that their fates are intertwined. All is forgiven, and they once again treat each other as family. It's quite sweet, to be honest. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about Agatha Harkness. If you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, and I'd love to hear your suggestions on who or what I should talk about in my next video, so leave that down in the comments below. And in the meantime, thanks for watching the video and supporting the page. I really appreciate it.